During COVID, everybody was sent home. All the employers really liked people working from home. They even closed buildings because they said not everybody's coming to the office anymore. But now, 2 years, more or less 2 years later, employers are really trying to get people back to the office. And that gives us a lot of worries because the employees really don't like that. They really settled into the working from home because it makes their work-life balance much easier.
The employers know that it's better for me to work at home because I didn't spend 2 hours of traveling, but he forced me with KPIs with the goals to work even more than 8 hours, 9, 10 or so on.
A lot of extra hours that aren't paid.
Another problem is with the right to disconnect, because the management send emails or even request work. They send it just for the sake of sending it. But people who are working at home, once they see the email, they don't have any hours. They continue working just to be sure that they are doing their utmost while remote working.
The manager put you on the calendar a meeting half an hour before you finish your working time. So of course that you're gonna join it, but that meeting surprise will last for 2 hours or 2.5 hours. You stay there because I don't know, it's rude after half an hour, but maybe it's the right way to say I'm sorry, but now my program is finished. I have to go for my own time.
Le droit à la déconnexion est un sujet également primordial puisque au tout début, lorsque le travail à domicile a été mis en place, beaucoup de travailleurs et surtout de travailleuses faisaient beaucoup plus de travail, ce qui générait également des risques psychosociaux accrus.
You need to have some health and safety regulation at your home and so on.
Fortunately, even though people are working more remotely, we have a lot of people getting sick, not sick with flu, but with mental illness.
Employer use now remote work like we say carrot and stick. If you're a good worker, I will give you remote work. But if you're not good, your KPIs is low, you don't have good grades by your manager or something like that, you need to go back to office and so. And this, what is happening now, the workplace is like some jail. It is very stressful. I think the burnouts are biggest.
So we just saw recently that Amazon issued a diktat to their corporate staff to say the 3-day remote policy is going to be replaced with the 5-day office policy. And that's caused quite a bit of a reaction among staff. We've seen some of the staff in Dublin very publicly go on LinkedIn and say, I want a new job, I'm leaving Amazon.
Il faut quand même garder un certain équilibre entre le télétravail et le travail sur site.
We see now, after all this year, COVID and after COVID period, that it's very difficult for the employees to be 100% mentally health, to be 100% there.
I think it comes down to workers know what's best for them. And the best way for workers to articulate that is by organising themselves into a trade union and ultimately to get a seat at the table and to be able to speak for themselves through collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is by far and away the most effective way for workers to speak for themselves. It's about workers being empowered to represent themselves, build their own unions, organise themselves in the workplace. And I think that's the most effective way for workers to address remote working issues.